Cindy?
Good morning, Sully. Thanks for having me.
Hey, no problem. How are you this morning?
I'm good. How are you?
You down at the beach yet?
I'm not. We're actually off for the holiday weekend.
Oh, okay, that's
we'll
right.
Be there every other week.
Gotcha. Yeah, I guess too much going on this weekend to get everybody down there, right?
Yeah, basically too much traffic.
Right.
So, but we'll be there every other Saturday through Labor Day and a
Awesome.
little bit beyond Labor Day. Mm-hmm.
I'll definitely come down, check you guys out. Now, what's the time frame, and how do people get involved in this?
Okay, we're 9 to 11 a.m. on 57th Street Beach in Ocean City, and basically we're open to all families with special needs. We have a form and a waiver that we ask you to fill out when you come down to the beach before your first surf. We have a team of volunteers and instructors, and everybody's welcome. We also serve families rather than individuals because we feel like a lot of things in life, autism or special needs or special circumstance doesn't just happen to the individual, but it really impacts the entire family.
Sure, definitely. And how did this idea all come about? How long has it been in existence? I was checking out the Facebook page. You got a pretty good following, almost 2,000 people following you on Facebook. So this is kind of a big thing going on here in the Ocean City area.
Yeah, we started in 2014. My husband and I actually have a son with autism who's grown up now. He's 22 years old. And we took him surfing, throughout his childhood. My husband surfs, and he really enjoyed it. And then we noticed that on the West Coast in California, there's an organization called Surfers Healing. And that's it's a professional surfer, and he started up this organization that actually travels around the country and takes kids with special needs with autism out surfing for one day. And they do come to New Jersey one day a year in September, but it fills up so quickly. So, my husband and I were talking, we were thinking, why can't we do that here? Like, we have a great community with great people, great volunteers, surfers that would love to be involved and help kids out and families out. So we started with like 5 of us on the beach one Saturday in 2014, and it just took off. Like, people really just want to help and be a part of it. And when you see these kids' faces light up, it makes your day. It really does. And then, you want to come out again, and word of mouth, it really spread. I think the social media helped and everything to get the word around. So we serve probably about 40 families every Saturday now.
That's awesome. Yeah, there's some real surf rats down there in Ocean City. Do you have any of the kids from the Ocean City surf team helping you out?
We do, yes. And we just started our first scholarship. We presented our first scholarship a couple weeks ago called the Heart of Surfing Liam's Legacy Scholarship. It's named after a local boy with autism that tragically passed away at the age of 12. And it goes out to a graduating high school volunteer that comes out and works with our kids, and it really goes kind of above and beyond. So we have like an increasing number of teens and high school students and key clubs and surf club members that are coming out and participating and helping our kids out. And our kids are so responsive to them. They love working with the young people. So I think, just like any other kid, they don't want to be around, the 40, 50-year-olds. They'd much rather be around the 20-year-olds and the 15-year-olds. Much more exciting.
I'm sure it's not very difficult to convince high school kids to come to the beach on a Saturday morning, right?
Yeah, it's a pretty easy sell.
There you go.
Yeah, and preseason and postseason, we also skateboard. So we meet at the Brigantine Skate Park.
Oh, nice.
So that would be 6 weeks before we surf, and then 6 weeks after we're done surfing, which starts about the end of September.
We're talking with Cindy Fertsch. I don't know if I'm saying that last name right. Fertsch?
You are.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. It's a tough one, too.
Cindy Fertsch, who runs Heart of Surfing down in Ocean City. Now, Cindy, what's the reaction of the children with autism? I know that they usually have very regimented schedules, and does all that activity fluster them at all? How do they react? Do they enjoy the water?
They say if you met one kid with autism, you met one kid with autism. Like, they're so different. The range is so broad. So we've seen all types of reactions. Most of the time, they love it. They love the water. The sensory, I think, the pressure and the waves is really soothing for them or relaxing. Sometimes the kids are anxious or a bit nervous, especially if they haven't been in the ocean before, and they may just want to watch. So we often encourage parents, if their child is feeling anxious or not so sure, just to, let them watch for a while and see. And then when they see the other kids coming out and standing up with big smiles on their face, they're like, oh, this is okay. I think I'm going to try this. So it's good. And we just this summer switched to the morning hours, which is working out beautifully for us because it's much quieter on the beach. We're not dealing with so many crowds, and the parking is much, much better.
Now, who do you have in terms of actually helping the kids surf? Are there former surfers from the area? Who's really involved with getting these kids actually up and on the surfboards?
Yes, they're long-term surfers from the area. The two lead ones are my husband, Bob Fertsch, and Lee Clark. And there's kind of like a trick behind it. Like the surfers we call it riding the tail of the surfboard. So they're always very close and within reach of the child with special needs. And then by riding the tail, they're also stabilizing the board. So it becomes easier. And some of the younger kids, they even ride tandem with them. So they stand up, they could hold them, they could stand up and kind of support their shoulders, hold their hands. So it works out pretty good.
Cindy, how can people get more information about this? If there are some interested parents out there who say, I have a special needs student, I'd love to get him out there and try this. How can they get a hold of you and find out more about getting down there and enjoying this?
They could, probably the best way is Facebook. It's very up-to-date information, daily information going up. That's facebook.com/Heart of Surfing community organization. Then our website, which we're kind of in the process of overhauling, but it's heartofsurfing.com. And you can email us at mail@heartofsurfing.com.
Good stuff. So, Cindy, what's the biggest thrill you get out of this? Obviously, you have some personal experience with autism, and it can be a difficult challenge for parents. I'm sure they really enjoy getting their kids out there and seeing how much they enjoy being at the beach and getting in the water and that kind of thing. It's got to be a great feeling for you and your husband to do something like this for the community. And, what goes through your mind on a Saturday morning when you're seeing all these kids out there enjoying themselves?
It's usually the highlight of my week. I definitely get more from it than I give. Their smiles light up my day. When our son was growing up, it was 20 years ago, and there wasn't a lot out there. There wasn't support groups. There wasn't a lot of Special Olympics in the area. There wasn't Field of Dreams. There wasn't anything really for our kids to participate in as far as an organized activity or organized sport. So the fact that they have this now, and it's an opportunity where the kids can come out and be a part of it, it makes my heart smile. It really does.
Now, do the high school kids who volunteer, do they try to integrate the parents with some of the surf lingo? Dude, man, it's double overhead.
They do. We've all been very stoked up.
They have their own little language, those guys and girls.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Dude, it's a little choppy out there, bruh.
Yep. And one of the things that we were the most stoked about was the MPN Surf Club out of Ocean City. They do a fundraiser for us for the past 2 years. It's called the Heart of Surfing Contest. And they actually included, it was a contest for all surfers in all different categories and levels, but they included a special section or heat for the special needs surfers, where they just stopped what they were doing and they all volunteered, and they all were paired up with special needs surfers and took them out in the water and made them feel like $1 million brought them in, gave them a trophy and a T-shirt and everything. It was the first time in the history of this area or ever that I'm aware of that special needs surfers were included in a surf contest. And then the Chip Miller contest in July did the exact same thing. So we've had like our special needs surfers riding tandem with Rob Kelly, like the pro surfers, which is just really stokes us up a lot, speaking of surf lingo. Like, it's very, very exciting. So there's some cool stuff coming out of it, and we're really, really happy about it.
Now, Cindy, I just wanted to clarify for anybody listening out there, is there any special needs kids you can't accommodate? Like, what are the handicap accessibility down there? Is there any challenges you guys face in terms of getting some kids down there that maybe are in a wheelchair or something and want to come out and check out what's going on?
We don't have a lot of experience with the physical handicaps and the wheelchairs. There is one boy with spina bifida that's in a wheelchair partially, like part of the time. He can walk, but not long distances, and we can accommodate him and surf tandem with him. But usually it's more special needs, autism, Down syndrome, learning disabilities, those kind of things that we specialize in.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to clear that up a little bit, in case there were some people listening who might have a child in a wheelchair or something. Because I know sometimes they do have those wheelchairs they can get on the beach and that kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I know they just did a big surf session in Wildwood a few weeks ago, and it was geared towards that. It was for children in wheelchairs or individuals in wheelchairs.
Gotcha. So real quick before we let you go, Cindy, what's been the greatest part about this for you? I mean, it sounds like a great thing, and we're definitely going to encourage people to get down there throughout the summer. So what's been the highlight for you?
The highlight for me is seeing the kids' faces when they're riding the waves in, seeing the parents' reactions. I had one parent that early on we actually were on the Dr. Oz show, and one of the parents was interviewed, and she said, I never thought that my child would be able to do this, but he did, and that makes me wonder what else he can do that I think that he may not be able to do, and that really gives me hope. And those words just meant a lot to me, because I know as a special needs parent how, hope is everything. It really is. So it's great. It's a great opportunity. We're all about enjoyment. We, as a parent, with a kid with autism or special needs, like I know there's a lot of serious stuff that goes on, like doctor's appointments, school meetings, therapy, and this is just about joy. It's about encouraging and building up confidence and making a great experience for the kid and the family.
Good stuff, Cindy. I appreciate you hopping on board. Continued success. I'll see you down there in a couple of weeks. I'll make some time after the show one Saturday and hop down there and get some photos and all that kind of stuff.
That'd be great. Thanks, Ollie.
All right. Enjoy your July 4th weekend. Thanks.
Thank you, too. Bye-bye.
That was Cindy Fertsch, The Heart of Surfing. So check that out. Look for it on Facebook and find out more information about that down in Ocean City, 57th Street.